The Skyline Suite and 4 additional rooms.
6 additional rooms.
Well, I'm afraid that's not what I have in my book.
Then you're reading the wrong book, Curly.
I can show you, right?
Nah, I don't need to see nothing. I made the reservation personally. Mr. and Mrs. Sonny Suarez and entourage. I want the best room in the Rancho Rodeo, I said. Plus, 2 adjoining rooms, 2 on each side. That's what I said.
I don't know where the mix-up occurred,
Are you calling
ma'am.
me a liar?
Of course not.
Okay, then I suggest you get this straightened out before my husband shows up. Now, the boys here, they're being very generous, but Sonny doesn't have patience for things like this. Come to think of it, Sonny doesn't have patience for much of anything.
Now I'm confused. How come we're not in our rooms right now?
Well, this genius here screwed things up, Sonny.
What? No.
You listen to me. I said 6 rooms plus an extra suite. You only gave us 4.
And you sure you said 6, right?
You think I don't know how many rooms I booked?
Sometimes even with all this beauty, you screw things up.
Since when? Name one time.
We only have you down for 4 additional rooms.
Are you calling my wife a liar?
No, never.
You know what? This is the last time I take advice from Izzy Corelli's wife. She swore by this dump.
Yeah, baby, we should be in our rooms right now, relaxing.
That's right.
You still can, sir.
No, we can't. Not with 4 additional rooms. You see what the problem is right now, right? You see what the problem is? You disappointed me. And that's okay. Sometimes that happens. The real problem, Dexter, is that you disappointed my wife.
Well, completely unintentional, I assure you.
And I can't let that go. I'm gonna have to complain.
Sonny, don't do it. I'm telling you, this clown is not worth it.
Maybe you're right. We'll let the boys do it.
I tried. So sorry.
Come on, you don't want to see this.
Yeah, you know, hey, maybe there's another hotel we can go to, huh?
Please, don't go. I'll fix it. 6 rooms, 2 on either side of your suite and 2 across the hall.
On a private corridor.
A what?
Private corridor. You know what a corridor is, right?
That's a fancy word for hallway.
Honey. And private. That's a fancy word for just us.
You were so hot, you were.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we didn't come here to have fun.
I know. But it is so much more fun being Carla Suarez than Kendall Hart Slater these days. I mean, I can't remember the last time I felt this free.
Free?
Yeah.
Huh. Had to sneak out of Pine Valley, private plane, private cars to here. Can't stay in El Casino. The only person knows we're here is Jack. And you feel free. That's great.
Well, I mean, I don't have to look over my shoulder and feel like someone's stalking me. We're the ones doing the stalking. Zach, this is great. I mean, I can't remember the last time I felt this in control.
It's a long time.
Well, I don't know why we're here, but I'm glad we are. You can't relax, can you?
No. The answer's here somewhere. I don't know. Looking for answers in something I don't even know what the question is. You ready?
Yep.
Let's do this.
Excuse me. I'm looking for Miss Johnson.
That's me.
Hi, I'm Carla Suarez. This is my husband, Sonny.
How you doing?
Mrs. Suarez, I was so surprised when you called. I hadn't heard the name Alexander Cambias Sr. in some time, but the minute you mentioned him, the memories came flooding back. Your grandfather knew how to make an impression.
Unfortunately, I've never met him. That's actually why I came here, to find out more about him. I was hoping that you could tell me a little bit about what he was like in the days before he died.
I'd be happy to. I took care of Mr. Cambias personally during his final hospital stay. And I even was a witness to his will.
Well, then you're definitely the right person to talk to.
But there is someone else you may want to get in touch with. Are you familiar with a man by the name of Ryan Lavery?
Yes, I am actually. Ryan was very helpful. Still, I can't shake the feeling that there are answers for me here. I didn't even know there was an Alexander Cambias Sr. until long after he died. My mother raised me alone, so she didn't really talk about my father's side of the family. So you can imagine how blown away I was when I get this random phone call from this Ryan Lavery, and he tells me that I've inherited a fortune. It's only because of his honesty and persistence that I am now sitting here, a very wealthy woman.
Mr. Lavery was always a good man and a tremendous help to your grandfather in his last days.
Josh, just listen to me. We can keep Babe alive, but the first thing we have to do is let her die.
Most people describe my grandfather as dramatic and intense. Is that how you remember him? Or being so close to death, did he let his guard down at all?
No, never. Mr. Cambias was all those things you said about him. But I would add stubborn to the list. And spoiled. But not in a bad way. Let's just say he was a man accustomed to getting what he wanted.
With your connections in here, my connections out there, the only thing we need to do is get her out of the hospital. No one's ever going to know that she's alive.
Ryan told me my grandfather left him a pocket watch with an inscription to my son.
Mr. Cambias could be very thoughtful.
Did he leave any other personal belongings? Maybe something he donated to the hospital or to you?
No, Mr. Lavery was the only one awarded that privilege.
We can do this, Jeff. We can make everyone believe that Babe is dead, but we need your help.
You're asking me to do the impossible. Here in the hospital, with doctors, nurses, interns, someone is bound to find out.
Not if we do it right. People listen to you. Declare Babe dead, put a sheet over her, bring her down to the morgue. My men will take it from there.
She's stable. The pentobarbital you gave her slowed her heartbeat down long enough for a casual observer to think she was dead. Unless someone put a stethoscope onto her chest, no one's gonna know she's still alive.
Did my grandfather leave behind any other documents other than his will?
I don't know, but I'm sure Mr. Lavery could tell you.
In all my years of practice, I've never been asked to do something like this.
Please, Joe. Please sign that phony death certificate. I swear I will never ask anything from you ever again. I'm pulling the grandson card. I'm pulling every card I have. Please just do it for Babe. I love her. Help me save her.
Did Alexander Sr. ever talk about his family?
I wish there were a way to do this and not make Babe's family suffer.
Well, that's impossible. Everyone has to believe that this is real. Everyone, her family, her friends, okay. That's where the official autopsy report comes in. That's where we need you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
I only wish I could have been more help.
You and me both.
Tell John to bring the car.
Where are we going?
Tell him to hurry up.
Zach is not gonna let anything happen to Kendall. Trust me, she's very well protected.
I'm glad.
Me too.
Now I know why you were so quiet in the car right here. Alexander Cambias Sr. Beloved father, beloved husband. 1942 to 2003. Have you ever been here before? I don't think it was such a good idea to come here. You're upset, Zach. I can feel it. What are you thinking right now? Just talk to me.
Can't be.
You know what, Zach? I think that you should leave. I don't even think that you should.
Forget that crazy old man.
But he was your father.
I know who he was.
Because of me. Because I convinced Ethan to take the DNA test.
Make everyone believe that baby's dead, but we need your help.
Billions of dollars to your son, not to me.
To do is possible.
That's impossible. Everyone has to believe that this is real. Everyone, our family, our friends, okay?
What are you thinking? Your father was not beloved, not by you, not by anyone. He died a bitterly unloved man. 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 He died a bitterly unloved man.